Hello, Melanin Monarchy citizens. This is your Monarch here for another event. I am in front of the Angelica Theater here in Northern California. This is my favorite theater house to go to when I'm looking at films. And I am here this morning, this Saturday morning, to see 28 Years, The Bone Temple. Now, if you guys know your Monarch, you know I'm in love with Ray Fiennes. Anything Ray Fiennes does, I am going to go see it. I saw last year in June of 2025, the 28 Years, which was directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. And so today we're going to see probably the finality of this series, but this time, instead of it being directed by Mr. Danny Boyle, it is directed by Nia DaCosta, who is an American filmmaker. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see the direction that she's going to take this film, this version of the series, this storyline. I'm excited about it, and so I'm going to be looking very closely at her direction and where she's going to take this film. Now, Danny Boyle is a producer on this film, and so I'm pretty sure that he was on set, that he was hands-on. These decisions are made, long time. So Alex Garland, he wrote the one that came out in 2025, and he has written this one, this conclusion of this story. And so I'm pretty sure that there was a lot of participation on Danny Boyle's part. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see. I haven't looked at any of the forums. I haven't watched any interviews. I haven't done anything like that. I'm going in completely green. Now, the first version of the 28 Years back in 2025, last year, starred Aaron Taylor Johnson, Alfie Williams, and also Ray Fiennes, along with Jackie O'Connell. This one, not sure if Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to be in this particular film, but I know that Alfie Williams, a young actor, he's been doing amazing. He's going to be in this film, along with Ray Fiennes, of course, and Jackie O'Connell, who has just been doing some amazing work in the past few years. I am really enjoying Jack O'Connell's work lately. And so here we're going to go in. We're going to go and see all that is this thing. And again, like I said, you know that part in Color Purple where he arrived in the middle of the night and he has somebody in the back of his truck, and Harpo, his son, comes out and he's like, "Paul, who's this?" And then Mr's response was, "The woman that should have been your mama." And then Harpo says, "Suge Avery?" That's how my kids are when I mentioned Ray Fiennes. They're like, oh, I'm like, the man that should have been your pappy. And they're like, "Ray Fiennes?" So that's me and Ray Fiennes. Anybody knows that I am goo goo gaga over Ray Fiennes, because since back in Schindler's List, I've been a Ray Fiennes fan since Schindler's List, and I just love his work. I just think he's, for your Monarch, he's the most talented creator out there, actor out there. Second would be Christian Bale. You guys, I don't include my brother because he's my brother. Of course, he's great. But yeah, so we're going to go in. I'm going to run in. I'm going to check out this film. And I'm going to show you some clips from the film, because I'm not going to be filming inside. I would never do something like that. I'm going to show you clips of the film from the interwebs. And then I'm going to give you my review of this particular film. All right, you guys, toodle pip. See you later. Citizens, so that was 28 Years, The Bone Temple. It's not over. I thought that it would be like the final thing, and that it would be kind of a denouement of this whole 28 Years story, but it's not over. I think I need to do a huge dive on this film, because there were so many elements inside of this film that needs to be talked about, that definitely needs to be addressed, and that needs to be talked about. So I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. Aaron Taylor Johnson was not in this version. He wasn't in this version. But the rest of the characters that I mentioned in my intro were. So there were some great surprises. There were some cool things that this film had. And one of the cool things is Duran Duran. There was a poster of Simon Le Bon. There was a lot of Duran music that was played, and there was also a little bit of Iron Maiden that was played. And so I thought that that was a cool thing, and it's a callback to all of us generational Xers. who love our music. Now, I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but I'm going to give you one spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear this, definitely this is the time for you to pause this video, or and then come back later. But Cillian Murphy is in the film. He's at the end of the film. I thought that was amazing. He executive produced this film. He executive produced, I think, all of the 28 except maybe the second 28, which is 28 months or 28 weeks or something like that. So I don't think he executive produced that one, but he executive produced the 28 years that came out in June. He executive produced this one, and he was in it. Very nice surprise. Love seeing him. Lets you know that this story, the series, is not over. You guys, there were so many elements that were in this particular film, and I gotta, take my time and digest this film. Again, Jack O'Connell, he did an amazing job. I hope he doesn't get pigeonholed in these type of roles, but I expect to probably see him in a rom-com next, or something romantic maybe next. I just don't want him to get pigeonholed in this kind of thing. This film was really about altars. It was about the altar of Satan and the altar of atheists, and in a sense, kind of the altar of God, the altar of Jesus Christ. So there you have a choice, and I don't know why this film went that way. It's strange. If you watch 28 days, you watch 28 months, and then you watch 28 years, they really veer off from the subject matter that was in those films. And they really talked about a spiritual aspect to this particular film. And Alex Garland does that, and I don't know why he did that, but I think the filmmakers were really trying to tell us something. So I'm going to do a deeper dive into this particular film. I also want to say that they mentioned Memento Mori in this film. And wouldn't you know it, Your Monarch was wearing her Memento Mori t-shirt. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't. It was a last minute choice to put this shirt on, and it worked for me because they mentioned that again in this version as they did in the one that came out in June. All right, you guys, I'm here at the Angelica Theater, my favorite theater, here to see 28 Years, starring, I had to stop calling him my husband, but Ray Fiennes, my heart Ray Fiennes, and Alfie Williams, Jack O'Connell, and a new one, Erin Kellyman, who's been in a couple of films, and I think she does a great job. She's an English actress, and I think she does pretty well. And also, the spoiler alert that I gave you guys in the middle of this. So I would say if you have children, do not go see this film. It is gruesome from beginning to end. If you are squeamish at all, do not go see this film. You have been warned. It is gruesome. It's gruesome from the beginning, and it's gruesome at the end, and it's involving teenagers. It's involving kids, and it's involving children. The character of Spike got on my nerves because he was a coward and a punk throughout the whole film. Even to the end, to me, he was still a coward and a punk, and so I'm gonna address that in my deep dive of 28 Years, the Bone Tipple. All right, you guys, I will see you at the next event. Toodle bit.